One of the difficult part of mission is lane tracing. In this section, we are going to talk about line following and stop on finish zone. In line tracing, we need to set bottom left and bottom right IR sensors, setting value for motors, make conditions for line tracing, and stop in the finish. This is flow chart of line tracing. Here, if both bottom sensors on the black line go straight, if left sensor out of the line slightly turn to right side, otherwise turn to left side. If car is on the finish, just stop. If no, follow the line tracing rule. It is a real view. Approximately, we can imagine our flowchart rule. As I told you before, if bottom left IR sensor out of the line turn to the right side, in this case, turn to the left side. If both on the line, go forward. We start from control. We need to put green flag. Then we need to create variables, bottom left and right IR sensors. And also we use front left and right IR sensors. We will use on finish zone. Then we create SPD. This is speed and status. We check two case when zooming on the line with two sensors or one sensor. And we create base left and base right. This is value of IR to check sensors. Base value. We use a loop to check every time sensors value and depend on coming data, control zooming. This is forever loop inside control menu. So we need to set the initial values. This is 4 variables. We set our base value left to 70, base right to 70, and our speed every time 50. And our status initial value is 0. So this is OLED output representing sensors values on OLED screen. And you can choose IR sensor here. Now we need to set our sensors. So in order to read our IR sensors, we need to add sensor reading and choose each index. For example, front left, we need to choose the front left index. Front right, we need to choose front right index. Sensor bottom left, it should be the bottom left index and bottom right index for sensor BR. Now let's make our if condition. So we choose AND operator to check the bottom sensors. If sensors values more than base values, status change to 1 and we do next action. Here, for example, our bottom sensor left and right less than 70, as I told you before, base L and base R equal to 70. If our sensor bottom left and right less than 70, we set our status to 1. And in this case, when we check to our bottom IR sensors, we need, if both on the line, we go to forward. Let's make the second condition where left bottom sensor less than base left value and bottom right more than base right. It means bottom left sensor out of the line case. So we need to turn to the right. And we need to set our status to 1 because we are checking here two cases, sensor BL and sensor BR. In this case, our motor go to the right. Let's summarize two conditions. Move forward if zoomy on the black line. The second one, move to the right if the left sensor detect white color, while time right sensor detect the black line. Now create the third condition. If left on the black line, while right on the white. So our left IR sensor more than base L and sensor BR bottom right less than base R. It means we need to turn to the left. And we created here turning to the left. And also we need to set our status to 1. So we made 3 conditions. Previous conditions, we checked 2 sensors at the one time, and we set status as 1. When status is 0, we check 1 sensor value on the black zone to move smoothly. So now we check the only 1 sensor. So we create if condition and put here status equal to 0. If our status equal to 0, we need to use if-else condition. We will check left bottom and right bottom one by one. So here, if sensor bottom left more than base value, turn to the left. The second condition, where the bottom right sensor more than base values, turn to the right. One is turned to the left, one is turned to the right. So now we need to put our new condition inside our loop. At the finish zone, we use the front left and right sensors and create one more condition for it. If the front left, and front right less than 100, stop the Zoomy car. So in order to check our front left and right, we use AND operator. And our action should be stop. And also I put here wait 3. If Zoomy front sensors detect some obstacle, it will stop on finish zone, and we need to put inside the loop. And so here you can see we put inside the loop. And this is final view of our lane training code, lane tracing code, and above moving comments, you can use as alternatives. Between these, you can use this one or this one for this. So now let's check our code. Let me delete. Let's check our code in Rocket Brick application. So let me start from control, create green flag. Then I need to create variable. Sensor PL. Sensor BR. Sensor bottom left. Sensor bottom right. First, base L, base value left side. It will be base value right side. This is speed. Let me write speed. Then status. Then front left and one more front right. So now I need for our loop. Then we need to set our variables. So let me set for our variables. So first one is base left and base right equal to 70. Our speed is 50 and our status is 0. So let me here put our OLED output with IR sensor. And I need to set also our IR sensors. So in line tracing, we use four sensors. This is front left, front right, bottom left, and bottom right. So we need to read our sensor, and I need to put for everyone front left, front right, bottom left, and bottom right. So here we don't use rear left and right. We don't need to use. Now we need to start to create our conditions. So go to control and put if. If we need to check with AND operator, comparison operators here, and we need to check our bottom left and bottom right variables. It means our sensors. We need to check our sensors. So base left and base right. Oh, I need to put here another comparison one. Yep. Like this and like this. So it means that sensor left, if sensor bottom left, it should be less than base left. Yeah. Yeah, I need to change. Yeah, this is first, this is second. Sensor bottom left less than base L, and sensor bottom right bottom left more than, sorry, it should be like this and like this, this. Yeah, here sensor bottom left less than base L and sensor bottom right more than base R. We need to go forward. So DC motor second, and of course we need to set our status here. You need to choose status to 1. We need to change. So forward command is counterclockwise for left, clockwise to right side. And our speed, we can put here 50, but we set our speed here, so we can use our speed variable. So let me create our next condition. Go to control create next one. I can duplicate and put here, but I need to change our condition. So sensor BL less than BL. Sorry, we need to change here. Yeah, it will be now true. Oh, in order to create moving forward, I need to create same comparison, you know. This is now our if condition is true. So here we need to create like this. Sensor BL should be more than our base L value. Our sensor BR should be less than our base R value. And we can create second one. Here, our BL should be less than our base value left. Yeah. Our bottom right sensor value should be more than base value right. So yeah. So this is when we go to right side. When we turn to the right side, this is when we turn to the left side. Let me choose our DC motors here. So in our PPT file, I a little bit changed. So now I a little bit also in real example, I a little bit changed. So don't worry, it works in both of case. Okay. So it should be counterclockwise with speed. You can duplicate, put here, duplicate and put here. M1, M2, clockwise and clockwise. Duplicate here, duplicate here. So now we finished. Oh, we need to set also our status. Status 1 and status 1. So now we can check other condition. Our condition. So when our status equal to 0, go to operand and we need to put here our status. Let me choose our status, put here equal to 0. When we equal to 0, I use if-else condition. In if-else condition, first, I need to check sensor bottom left more than base value left. Here, sensor bottom left more than base L. In this case, we need to go to right. You see, we have this one and another if condition we put here, and I can duplicate, and I need to put here, oh, sorry, sensor BR bottom right more than base R. We need to go to left side. So now it is, we need to put inside the loop, and last step will be create if condition for stop in finish zone. I need to AND operator, and I need to check front left and front right sensors. If front left, front right less than 100, less than 100, you need to stop our motor. M1, M2, stop function, and we can set our speed as 0, or you can put our speed, but we don't need to put our speed. You can just set as 0. It's okay. And you can put also wait 3 seconds. So, and we need to put inside the our loop. So we finished our coding, lane tracing. So in this way, we can upload our code. It maybe slows down when using OLED. Start uploading. And we finished our code. So now let me finish our lecture here. So the last topic is add effects In addition, we will see how we can add some effects for Zoomy. For example, during the mission, we can add some effects like sounds, lights, or screen animation. And one of the examples for lights, when parking, you can turn on the backlights. You can add LEDs when you stop on parking zone. Inside the lights, you can find LED and put the between forward for 1 second. When you hear, you can put back left and back right. You can control switch on, switch off. It's up to you. Or some sound when you stop your car. In real competition, we may ask to add some effects during mission. So this is end of the lecture. If you have any questions, you can contact your supervisor, or also you can write your questions in the Q&A section on globalITchallenge.com website. Thank you.